Hey guys, it's your girl Tower Crush back with another review, and this time it is for Love is Blind Season 4, Episode 6 through 8. If you haven't already, please hit my subscribe button down at the bottom. Thank you so very much, and I want to get right into it because I won't be long. I've watched these episodes a few times, and to make sure I don't miss anything, so I'm going to try not to miss anything. Not that a whole lot went down, and I was very disappointed that when I looked, they have broken the season up into 4 weeks. Like, why? I remember when it was all in one swoop, and now we got 4 weeks. So we got a couple more episodes next week and then a few more the week after. Like, why? Should just give us our stuff. But anyway, Netflix, do what you do. I get it. Okay, so because how many people are getting the trial for free just so they can watch something like Love is Blind, binge watch it and get rid of it? They said, no, you're gonna keep it. You're gonna give us some money. Okay, so I want to first talk about Zach and Bliss, because we do know that Zach broke up with Irena. They ended that fiasco because we all knew she wasn't going to marry him. I don't think she was really his physical type, but he was willing to give it a shot, and he was just tired of being the only one trying. So he broke that off, and he met up with Bliss, and they had a beautiful dinner. Bliss did not pull any punches. She let him know just how, how bad he made her feel, that he broke her heart. She let him know everything. He let her know that it did not work out with him and Irena. She let him know that she knew it wouldn't. And, he was just basically like, he wanted to see what was up with her. And he did eventually, they started dating. She didn't, tell him right away, yes. She made him work for it a little, just a wee bit. So on a boat, they, were having a good drink, watched some champagne on the water, and he got on one knee and he proposed, and she said yes. And I have to tell you, I really like them as a couple. He dropped the ball on Bliss totally. I mean, God sends us signs. I keep saying this, but he had a big sign that he just said, forget that. And that was the song. The Womack, Linda Womack, whatever her name is, the song that they know together. And, Bliss knows the words by memory, and so does Zach. Zach's mom made him listen to it, and Bliss's mom dedicates that song to her. So that was like the biggest clue for Zach to go with Bliss. But no, he had to be like the rest of us and pick the wrong one, because we are definitely notorious for picking the wrong one, aren't we? So he is no different. So, but he got it together, and she did say yes. And I am very hopeful about that relationship. Extremely hopeful about that relationship. I think Bliss is a beautiful, beautiful person. She's not at all weirded out by Zach like Irena was. Irena pretty much made him, if he would have stayed with her any longer, she would have killed what little self-esteem that man may have had. Because she was definitely giving him the, ooh, you're creepy, don't touch me vibes. And she was definitely not one to be, honey, I don't know who you think you're fooling, but you ain't all that. And I don't think people should treat other people that way, period. Now, the show is supposed to be Love is Blind. If he was totally not your type, you should have said, oh, I don't know if this is going to work. Say it. Don't fake it. You don't want to seem shallow. It's not being shallow. It's being honest and real. It's not wasting your time or his. That's the way I see it, but whatever. And then I want to talk about Micah and Kwame, because, Kwame is, he's a lot. And I don't care for him at all. I really see him as one of those guys that has always chased after the white woman. And there's nothing wrong with if that's your preference. But I just feel like he's one of those that it's not because of who she is, it's because of who she's not. He doesn't want to be with a black woman. And I don't think he cares who he's with as long as she's not black. And that's not good for anybody. That's not fair to the beautiful women that he's dating. And that's not fair to his mother. That's not fair to himself. I mean, he's got some soul searching to do, because there's no way he should have proposed to Chelsea feeling the way he felt about Micah, period. And this bag of bones gonna throw Chelsea a birthday party, invite everybody, and let Micah know he still had feelings for her in so many words. Boy, don't come no more. Trash don't come no more. That is some low class trash there. It don't get no lower. Your fiance is celebrating her birthday on one side of the room, and you're over here with another female telling her how you feel about her, or implying that you made a mistake. I mean, and I really feel bad for Chelsea, because, and I'm just gonna let y'all know, I don't watch the previews. I don't want to know. I want to be surprised at every corner. So y'all probably know stuff that I don't know if you watch the previews, because my friend told me something that she saw in the previews, and I was very angry with her because I don't want to know. But she told me that she did see, so I'll tell you what she told me in a little while. But yeah, with Micah and Kwame, and I just feel like Kwame is doing all of this. I don't know that he's even going to say yes, but he is basically giving up so much. He's giving up his own spot. He's giving up the city that he lives in. He's, having a dog sit because now he's, at her place. He's, oh my God. He's just, I don't know. It seems like he's giving up a whole lot just to be with this woman. And she's not even the woman that he really wants to be with. So I definitely don't think he's going to say I do at the altar. And I feel like that's a shame, because I feel like Chelsea is a great woman. I feel like she is a beautiful soul, and she deserves the same type of love that she's trying to give Kwame. She deserves that in return. But right now, I feel like he's just filling in the blanks and saying what he thinks he should be saying. But his mind is totally on Micah, and that just makes him a piece of crap, okay? Now, let me get into Jackie and Marshall. I love Marshall. In fact, I love Marshall for Chelsea. That's who needs to be together. Marshall and Chelsea will make a better couple. But Marshall and Jackie, like I said, I feel like she's really in it for clout. She tells this man that he needs to man up, and I'm assuming because she's saying man up because sexually he's probably a bit vanilla, and she's probably into BDSM. And I had that same situation with my marriage. My husband was extremely vanilla. And when I say extremely vanilla, I do mean extremely vanilla. And I like a good hair pull, a good choke, good slap on the butt, but I asked my husband about it, and he started crying. Well, this is before he was my husband. But he started crying, and he let me know that he loved me, and there was no way that he could hit me or call me names or do any of those things. And so I told him to stop crying. True story. I told him to stop crying, and then I would get over it. And so then I had to do some soul searching and determine whether or not I wanted to continue with our relationship, because I knew what I liked, and I knew I wasn't going to get that ever again. And so I just put it on the shelf, because it wasn't worth it to throw him away and everything good that came with him. My peace of mind, my security. Like, he was just, the love that he showed me and my family, the love I was able to pour back into him, because he didn't do anything to betray me, to make me have to hold back the love that I want to give. So it's all about compromise. And sometimes you just gotta decide whether or not it's worth compromising for. Maybe Jackie decides, you know what, this ain't worth it. I ain't gonna get out of it what I need, so I ain't wasting nobody's time, including mine. We just have to see. But I don't like the way she's been handling him, but I do like the way he's been standing up for himself. He said that after she told him that he pretty much took it like, you know, she said that he wasn't man enough for her. And, you know, men will do that. She probably didn't say those words, but, and in her eyes, she said it nicely. You probably didn't, Jackie, because I can look at your eyes and tell you're not even really attracted to this man. You're not. You're faking it. So I don't know what's really going to happen with these two at the altar. I don't know if she's actually going to, I don't know what's going to happen. I really don't. But because I think she's faking, and she keeps coming up with all these excuses, and I'm just not buying any of them. All these reasons to be upset. I'm just not buying any of them. I'm just not. And I want to talk about Paul and Micah. I really like them as a couple. Micah, I was like super duper proud of her for confronting Irena. And she didn't pull any punches. She said, yeah, and I told him what you said. And then he said, well, since she came out and said that, let me tell you something else. He said that you was touching on him in the swimming pool. And I felt like that was wrong. And it was. Irena, you are a piece of crap. Trash. Trash, trash, trash. Now, I don't even dislike Micah as much as I did the first 5 episodes, because her crazy, her mean girl vibe is kind of gone, in my opinion. So that's what I didn't really like about her. So being that I didn't like that about her, I kind of pointed out her flaws, and that was wrong. That was wrong. I mean, I'm used to people doing me like that, but that doesn't mean that I should do other people like that, right? Okay, so my apologies. But she still looked like Bart Simpson. But anyway, I just really liked when she introduced him to the family. The family accepted him. And I like that, you know, she was able to, like, I could tell that in a past life, Micah wouldn't have been able to take his apartment. She probably wouldn't have been able to sit down or anything. But she took it all in, and she said, you know what? We're just going to have to redecorate. It's fine. We're going to have to just going to redecorate. And that's the way you do things. You don't sit there and make a person feel bad about anything. You just offer assistance. Say, well, can we do this? Can we change this? Do you mind if we do this? You know what I'm saying? So I really, really, I can appreciate her. I really can. Now, her friends, trash. Get the garbage disposal, trash. And I was so proud of Paul for standing up to her friends. Listen, those are not friends. Your friends do not block your happiness. That girl was only concerned with the fact that Micah was so happy, and she had nothing to do with it. She antagonized Paul throughout that entire conversation, and then dared him to say something so that she could tell her friend that, you know, she don't like him. And I was so happy when he stood up to her. He was like, I couldn't care less, you know, how she feels. And Mike was like, well, that's an awful attitude to have. No, your friend's attitude is awful. Check her. Because, Michael, let me tell you something. She's never going to be happy for you until she has somebody. If she's single, she's gonna remain single. And so are you, because she's not going to like anybody that you pick. She's not. She's not going to like anybody that you pick until she has her own. Then she's going to want you to have somebody so that y'all can double date and stuff. But right now, she's just afraid of losing her best friend. She's afraid of her best friend's time being compromised by her new husband. And that's exactly what's going to happen. That's exactly what's going to happen. Times will be compromised. Because that's what happens when you get into a marriage. You're not supposed to have the same life that you had prior to the marriage. Your spouse is supposed to change you in a sense, because you're supposed to adjust to having a new person into your life and into your intimate space. So when people say, oh, you changed since you got a man, she's supposed to. You changed since you got a woman, he's supposed to. If you don't change, question your relationship. If everything stays the same, question your relationship, because somebody ain't in it right. I'm just saying. So I definitely need Micah to ignore her friends, because I do like the connection that Paul and Micah has. Now, I thought it was funny when Amber came into the party And he made it clear that he did not want to look at her, that he was trying to stay focused on Micah. Like, she's beautiful, but I cannot. He said, I'm not about to get caught up. Not going to do it. But I honestly do believe that Amber was a better fit for Paul. I don't believe that Micah is that pick. I just don't. I feel like Micah probably would have picked Kwame, but for some reason she didn't want to pick him. But I think they would have been a better fit because Kwame is clearly in love with Micah. Clearly in love with Micah. Like, it's just, I've never seen a show get the couple so wrong. Like, the only right couple really is Brett and Tiffany. And don't we love them? Oh, we just love Brett and Tiffany. Tiffany getting mad over water on the floor in the bathroom. You know what, girl? That's number 2 on my pet peeve list. I cannot stand a wet bathroom floor. Why? Because it's a bathroom. You don't know what that wet is. Especially if I have on socks. And then I've got soggy socks. Oh, I'm very angry. Oh, I'm very angry. You got a towel. Get the water up. It's not hard. But if that's the biggest thing you got to complain about, girl, you are doing well. Y'all are doing great. If that's the biggest thing that y'all have, listen. Because y'all come together like, and it's really beautiful to see. Y'all keep having these moments, and I just keep on falling in love with y'all. I'm very anxious to see their wedding, but now I know I'm going to have to wait 2 weeks to see it, and that's just crazy to me. It's crazy. We shouldn't have to wait, should we? But it's okay. I hope they really go all the way out. I feel like Tiffany definitely hit the jackpot with Brett. I feel like Brett is the right type of man in the right day in his age to settle down. I love the fact that he is so composed and so mature. And her bubbly spirit, it just works perfect. They just work perfect together, and I couldn't be happier for them. Okay, and then the last thing I wanted to talk about was Josh drunk ass. Who invited Josh? Ew. Why you so loud? Why you talk like that? What happened? Did they drop you on your head when you was a baby? Why do you speak this way, sir? I do not like Josh at all. I don't like the fact that he really tried to play on the fact that he saw that Marshall and Jackie arrived separately, and he was going to put his, he was going to definitely put his bid in. I think the producers probably invited him, but they shouldn't have. Trying to stir the pot. It's unnecessary, but they probably see it the way I see it, that everybody's in the wrong relationships. Because even though I don't like Josh, I really feel like she likes Josh. But I think personality-wise, Chelsea and Marshall belong together. I feel like Jackie and Josh belong together. I feel like Micah and Kwame belong together. And I feel like Paul and Amber belong together. Those should be the couples, right? It's got Brett and Tiffany. You got Micah and Kwame. You got Marshall and Chelsea. You got Josh and Jackie. And you got, who was the last one? Brett and Tiffany. So those are the 5 couples I feel like that should be, but they're all jumbled around, right? But yeah, I think that's a deal. That's really the way it should be. We got Brittany. Let's start from the top. Brittany, Kwame and Micah, Chelsea and Marshall, Jackie and Josh, and Paul and Amber. Oh, and Zach and Bliss. Sorry. Zach and Bliss. That's 6 couples. That's 6. Let's do it. Okay, let me call the producers. Let me call them and let them know that everybody needs to do the switcheroo. Y'all tell me what y'all think about my thoughts on who needs to be together, because it's not working. It's not working for me. And it's not going to work for them either. It's not. And maybe they'll see that they need to do these switcheroos. I don't know. But something needs to go down because none of these couples are going to make it but Brett and Tiffany. That's and Bliss and Zach. I feel like Bliss and Zach are definitely meant for each other and they're going to make it. So those are the two couples I feel like are making it. The other couples, no bueno. I'm sticking to that. And that's how I feel. Okay, so, and I'm going to end the review right there because, again, I said I wasn't going to be here long, but I was here a little longer than I thought I would be. Appreciate your patience. But if you haven't already, please hit my subscribe button down at the bottom. Don't forget. Hit that thing for me. Hit that thing. Hit that thing. And if you ain't the subscribing type, you know what? I get it. I don't always subscribe to channels, and I find myself back there 5 and 6 times. But here lately, I've been hitting that subscribe because it don't cost nothing. It's free. Just sit there. But if you want, you know what? You got to the end of this video. So I still love you. You're still important. And I still appreciate you, okay? All right. And that is my $5.02. Peace.